welcome back to episode 3 of this 8-part series, taking you through the basics of the golf game. So far we've covered grip and how these hands should be positioned and where they should be positioned on the golf club. Second video was all about how we should stand to this golf ball correctly. So if you've not checked out them before watching this video, go and check them out on my channel. This video precedes them and helps you build this golf swing. And this is not just help building beginners golf swings, but also it's going to remind you advanced players out there what you could be missing in your golf game and just sharpen up on a few basics that you may be looking over. Like I said in the first video, it's very easy to miss working on these basics, so this is all about working on those basics and reminding you of them. Today's video is all about talking about how we can create this better backswing, and I'm going to talk through 2 simple stages of how you can achieve this. Let's get into it. So before we get into the points of the backswing and those 2 points we talked about, I just want to say no matter what your backswing is, you can actually play some very good, very consistent golf no matter what it is. Let's take 2 guys on the PGA Tour on the world circuit, Jordan Spieth and Bubba Watson. 2 very good players that are competing at a very high level. And they've got 2 different backswings, especially Jordan with his slightly bent left arm. So before we talk about these 2 points, I want to make it very clear. No matter what your backswing is, you can still play some very good golf. So let's get into this backswing. Now, we've all done this. We've all probably self-analysed our swing and we've studied our posture at the 2 first videos. Posture and grip is correct, and we're drawing a line through the grip, through our body and extending out the back. And we'd like to see this club work up and down this line in an ideal world. Now, a lot of people might get this club working up and down the line, but actually just kind of placing these arms and hands in the correct position. Now, I really want to see this the opposite. I want to see this club put in the correct position, but actually using the body correctly too. So we're not just placing the club there, we're putting the club there with our body. Now, this is not easy to do, but this is going to run through the simple steps and allow you to do this. So, I want to place that club on the ground. Now, we said we'd draw that line through our golf club, through our body, extending out the back. Let's put those palms together. Now, I want you to turn halfway back, so you can see now I've got a nice turn and these palms. I want you to imagine these palms are running parallel to that line that we've drawn. So you can see now that the club will be working up and down that line. If they didn't turn those palms, you can see now the club wouldn't be in the correct position and my logo and our palms are now facing the ground. Parallel? No. So you can see here, really making you turn those palms, rotate that forearm and that right elbow correctly, really allows you to put that club in the correct position by turning your body. The common misconception with a lot of amateurs and a lot of beginners is that this club has to work straight back and straight through in order to hit a correct and straight golf shot. When in essence, this golf swing works in an arc, so it works around the body and around the body in a bike wheel circle. So, I want you to the first stage of this drill, like we said, is really getting that perception of we can roll that right elbow and fold it. So we can see it here. My hands are running parallel to that line through my body. That is the first part of this drill. So I want you to do a few of those, hands together, swinging to the top, really allowing you to turn into that right hip and get a nice turn with the upper half. And I want you to learn this off the ball to begin with. So that'll be our first stage of learning it. Now I want to do this drill with the golf club. So we've played this alignment stick, this could be a golf club, and I want you to place this alignment stick just running underneath your hands, and this is going to be a very kind of key marker. Now, we said before we like to see these hands and this right elbow fold and roll, and you can see here that this elbow is still pointing towards the ground throughout this backswing. I'm still getting that turn and I'm sitting into that right hip. So in essence, if I had a golf club in my hand there, I'd be putting it into position because I'm moving the body correctly. I'm not just putting it there with my hands. So this is now probably one of the most important bits. This is the bit where we do it with the golf club, and this is the bit I think a lot of you have been waiting for in this video. So I want you to place that golf club, getting that nice correct posture, hands underneath and this alignment stick underneath your hands, or a golf club, a reference point we would call it. Now I want you to place that golf club in your belly button, and then from there take your normal grip with the square club face, and these are the 2 key points. I want you to turn into my right hip and get a nice turn with the upper half too, so I'm not just placing that club there, until this club head is hanging over the end of this alignment stick. And then from there, this is the second point, I want you to turn to the top and still feel like your elbow is pointing towards the ground. So you can imagine there, if I had that line drawn through my body here, and up the golf club, club into the alignment stick, turn, golf club slightly outside my hands in a nice position, club head still on the line, turn to the top, elbows towards the ground, club face is in a nice square position, and from there you can see that golf club's now working up and down this line. So those are the 2 key points. Into the belly button, turn, Nice turn with the upper half and lower half together working correctly. Turn to the top and feel that the elbow still points towards the ground. A lot of people get this first half correct, but then they get this disconnection with the right elbow. And for me, if you can really conceptualize and feel that this elbow points towards the ground, you will really understand how you can turn correctly and get this golf club working on playing. So start off your understanding in those two stages. Work that first stage. Imagine you've got that line through your body, hands together, allowing that right arm to fold and roll. Really important to allow you to turn that body correctly and get that golf club working the way you want it to. Second point was the belly button drill. Turn until it's over the alignment stick and turn to the top, feeling like the elbow still pointing towards the ground. We don't want this position here. Another two really quick, simple points, and how you could do that, you've got your two stages there. One stage without a golf club, second stage with the golf club, and then finally start hitting some shots to try and translate those feels into actual golf shots out there. Really simple tip, really simple drill, but really make sure you move the body correctly. It's not just placing that golf club in that position. So, video 1 was all about grip. Video 2 was all about how we stand to this golf club correctly. Video 3 is all about the backswing, and video coming up next is all about the correct position at the top of the backswing. So you can see you have to watch those videos prior to this in order to get the value of this video you've just watched. Thank you for watching, and see you next time on Alex Elliott Golf.